Okay. Hi, Christina Brown here with the Brown Team, and we have...
Hey everyone, Darren Copeland with the Copeland Mortgage Team.
And we just wanted to give maybe some advice to some buyers today, or really answer a really big question that we get all the time.
Right.
I'm sure you get it, we get it all the time. One of the biggies we thought we would talk about today is what is needed for a down payment.
Right, exactly, because that's a question we get all the time, right?
Right.
It all comes down to that pesky money thing, right?
Exactly,
It's
I
such a
understand
detail.
why it's so
I know,
important.
right? They get all picky about it.
And
so
you know what the answer is? Depends.
it just depends. Yeah, everyone's different, right?
Everyone's different.
So it's about the money question, right? And there's different programs out there, you guys. You know, there's no money down. There's 3.5% down. You have 100% financing for USDA, 100% financing for VA. I mean, there's just so many things out there. So it really comes down to your personal circumstance. So
Exactly.
the money, people, they actually go old school. They actually save a little bit for the down payment.
Right.
So it can come from savings. Repeat buyers. It can come from the equity in your home, so you're simply rolling that equity back into a new home purchase. The money can come a gift from a family member. People can get it from their 401k. I mean, there's just so many areas. So really, I think the initial conversations that we have with folks is one, we have them apply just so we can I like to call it a game plan, so we can kind of see what their game plan is overall, with their credit, their debt to income ratios, and all this technical stuff, right?
Exactly.
And that takes us less than 24 hours. We can figure that out really quick.
Really what you're looking at is credit score,
Yep.
their debt to income ratio, do they have any funds, and that'll help you gear whatever loan program would probably fit best with their situation.
Exactly.
And once you see that, then you can follow up with them and have that conversation and see what their main objective would be. Do they want a lower interest rate? Are they wanting to pay it down sooner? Are they really trying to get in and not use very much of their own cash? I mean, what is it that they need is what you're looking at based on that information.
Well, exactly. And the average American's in their house for maybe 4 or 5 years.
Right.
Okay, at the most. All right.
Right.
So we see people move all the time, but we always want to plan like they're going to be there for a long time, right? Because you just never know. So what it comes down to is one, really how much they can afford. What's in their monthly budget, okay? Because we do something a little bit different. The Copeland Mortgage Team is we actually want them to own the house and not have the house own them.
Yes.
So we talk about their budget, where they want to be. It doesn't matter to us. Again, as long as they use us for the mortgage, that's all we care about, right? So we want to get them into a comfortable spot on monthly payment when it includes their principal and interest, their taxes, their insurance, all that fun stuff. So if that's $1,200 a month or $1,500 a month, whatever that is, then we can back that into what their buying power is, and oh, by the way, what your down payment is needed for there, and where's that coming from? Because truly, once we have the down payment figured out, everything else is kind of downhill. It's just a matter of building up the file, getting the paperwork, and getting it off to underwriting. So again, it's just about them getting to apply online, figure out what their game plan is, and then we figure out the program and the down payment needed, and we can get all that stuff figured out. So it's a conversation that we literally have every day.
Exactly. And when we get contacted by buyers and we know we're going to send them to our lender, we say, know what your budget is, know what you want to spend per month, and he can help you figure out what your purchase price needs to be based on that. Not, oh yeah, you're approved for twice that, even though that's not what you want to spend. None of us want to see you do that. But it's also free to apply. It's free to talk to any of us. We love to answer questions. And like, Darren, you and I both agree that we don't care if they buy a house today, next week, next year, in 2 years. We just really want to build your trust, to answer your questions, help you come up with a game plan for when the time is right. But there are options that you do not have to have a down payment if you qualify for one of those programs. And so we won't know that obviously until you give Darren your information, and so that he can look at your specific scenario and be able to tell you what your options would be.
Exactly. At the end of the day, Christina, it just comes down to working with cool people. When we talk about doing the whole local thing. So it's just a real easy conversation with us. Again, we have people that we're closing right now that we started our conversations with 2 or 3 years ago. So we're on your time frame, you guys. So you're never bugging us. Ask away with any questions and let us load you up with some education, and then when the time is right, you'll be ready to go.
I totally agree. We all feel that same way. So anything you need, reach out, let us know anytime. We're happy whenever you need us, whatever questions you might have.
That's it.
Thanks,
All right,
guys.
thanks, guys.